I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. We now begin the Book of Ezra. This book begins immediately after the Book of 2nd Chronicles ends. So this is in the beginning of the reign of Cyrus, and about 530 to 8 BC. King Cyrus of Persia lets the Jews go back to Jerusalem to build the temple. Cyrus returns vessels of the house of the Lord taken by Nebuchadnezzar. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all the kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, The Lord God of heaven hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah. Who is there among you of all his people? His God be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord God of Israel. He is the God which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever remaineth in any place where he sojourneth, let the men of his place help him with silver, and with gold, and with goods, and with beasts, beside the freewill offering for the house of God that is in Jerusalem. These first few verses are almost an exact copy of the last two verses of 2nd Chronicles. There are some differences there, and as we move into verse 4, there's a lot of difference. Everybody is to go back. Anybody who wants to. He's not forcing anybody back. But those who are feeling inspired to return are welcome to return to go and rebuild the city and the temple. And then he, as part of the proclamation, he says, look, if your neighbors are Jews and they want to go back, help them. Give them money, give them goods, give them food, whatever they need, help them get back. And he himself has given the free will offering, that he has given an offering to be sacrificed, to be offered for the temple. As I said in my last reading in Chronicles, it's likely he did this similar thing for every group of people that he sent back to their ancestral land. So this wasn't just the Jews. There were others that were being allowed to return home, and he sent them with gifts as well. He was actually, this is one of the most brilliant political things any ancient king has ever done, because it really did solidify a lot of loyalty to Persia in doing this. Verse 5. Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites with all them whose spirit God had raised, to go up to build the house of the Lord which is in Jerusalem. And all they that were about them strengthened their hands with vessels of silver, with gold, with goods, and with beasts, and with precious things, beside all that was willingly offered. Also Cyrus the king brought forth the vessels of the house of the Lord, which Nebuchadnezzar had brought forth out of Jerusalem, and had put them in the house of his gods. Even those did Cyrus king of Persia bring forth by the hand of Mithridates the treasurer, and numbered them unto Shashbazzar the prince of Judah. And this is the number of them, 30 chargers of gold, 1,000 chargers of silver, 29 knives, 30 basins of gold, silver basins of a second sort, 410, and other vessels 1,000. All the vessels of gold and all the silver were 5,400. All these did Shashbazzar bring up with them of the captivity that were brought up from Babylon unto Jerusalem. So all the people that God moved, this is the people of Judah and Benjamin, because remember the other 10 tribes are the lost tribes. Judah and Benjamin, though, they come together, all those that God, whose spirit God raised up. In other words, all those who were inspired and moved by the Spirit to return to Jerusalem are returning. And Cyrus, he goes into the treasury and he takes out all the stuff that was consecrated to God in the temple and returns it. It's a nice beginning to our return from the Babylonian captivity. And we will read a little bit more in the next chapter, so we'll see you there.